Hopefully everything's okay, but hello. Welcome to the season 24 LHL draft. Isn't that right, Sully?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know that we were live just yet, but yeah, no, I
I
am.
told you I told you we were going live.
Well, we're live now, and I could not be happier to be here. Tony just joined us. Tony, are you on the panel for tonight, or are you just popping in to say hello?
I can, I figured I'd pop in, hear it, update the board, do all the good stuff.
Understood. Doing your BOC duty or co-BOC duty. I don't actually
Yeah,
know what the relationship is here, but
I don't know, Slim's running it. I'm just here to rule on GINT.
you're just being the other nerd.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Well, let's see how many people we got in the chat tonight. We got 10 so far. Not even remotely close to an all-time record, but hopefully we'll hit that at some point because it's season 24, folks. We are here to get excited. We have another great season ahead of us. At least I think it'll be great. Who knows? Screw you, Doug. I see that in the comments right now. Kind of hurt my soul a little bit, but we're gonna move past that. Slim, let's get right into the analysis. How are we feeling for this draft? We got any cool predictions? Anything spicy?
Yeah, I got a feeling that the goalie is gonna go early in this one. Very
Oh,
I
early.
don't think
I
so.
also feel like a goalie's gonna go early in this one. One in particular.
And we talking about PK Paching, right? The goat of goalies, or
Close. He's from the same state.
uh oh wait, Dial signed up as goalie, right? No, that makes perfect sense actually. He would probably go
That
pretty
was
early.
changed. This guy was on
Oh.
the season 10 Boston Bruins, like Dial and PK.
Well, Cap can't get picked. He's a GM. I don't think Dick Doug signed up. Did Dalfan sign up?
Nope.
All
Oh
right.
man, up
Well,
to 26. They're pouring in now.
yeah, no, everybody's starting to hear me ramble early. This is great. Yeah, side note, I kind of hope I don't get picked that early, but we'll see how that shakes out. So did we actually like fully start this yet, Slim? Like, are
I'm
we on the
getting
clock here?
I'm putting Crab on the clock right
Because
now.
as it stands right now,
Have
I'm
Guy
staring at a
and
blank
Rat
screen.
checked in?
Ah, there we go. See, the screen is no longer blank, so that's good.
Crab, you're
We
on
are
the
on the
clock.
clock. Slim, any predictions so far? I feel like there's kind of it's like a 3-horse race for the top, right? It's either Meat, Otto, or maybe Juice as a dark horse candidate.
Well, it really depends.
Depends on if Crab wants to play with Otto. You
Yeah.
know, that's what's deciding this first
I
bet.
don't know. I feel like last year's cup-winning GM probably would be a highly sought-after commodity here,
But the
but
guy who wins
Meatsdale.
every season,
I
every
mean,
single
I
season
mean, I
we
wouldn't
do,
say
the guy who
every
wins.
season, but he definitely has his fair share of winning seasons for sure. I think there's no way around that. But I think it fully depends. I mean, we know Crab is a devious little bastard. I think, as the insider sources say. So, I mean, he definitely has the ability to shake up this draft. I feel like Cap's probably like quivering in his shoes right now, wondering who he might end up picking on the back of a Crab's pick. So, I don't know. A lot of storylines here, a lot of things nobody's really sure of, and that's why we're here today.
How much time do I got?
You got a minute 40 according to the draft stream, but I don't know if there's like a delay on it. So,
Okay.
I mean, if you just make the pick now, that'd be kind of cool.
I still don't know. What do you
This
guys think?
sucks. I mean, I don't know if you were listening to the stream earlier,
I
but
was. I
this
was
is
trying to
He
put
was
it into
hoping
my
for a
decision.
clue.
you were
Yeah.
hoping that we were gonna make your decision for you. Okay, well, here we are. Crab, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. It's go time, and it's really not up to us. So this is really your decision and your decision
Have you
alone.
asked permission of any of the big guys to pick them?
Cody, would you let me take you here?
I would lose my mind if you picked me here.
You
You and
gotta
me,
like take like
snake draft. You
Crab.
and
You
me
gotta
against
talk
the
to the
world.
big three that we talked about, and you gotta ask all of their parents for their hand in marriage, and you gotta see which one you get permission from.
This is kind
Okay.
of like CK.
So
Like, think
okay.
of it like CK.
True.
So I think the big thing here, Meat, Otto, both great. The big thing though is that I have 6 championships in 5v5. Otto has 6 championships in 5v5. We could either go for 7 together, or I could try to pass him.
But
I'm
risk
I'm
being
gonna try to
passed.
pass him. I'm taking Meat.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Oh,
And And there goes probably the most mechanically nuts player that, in terms of pure dribbling ability. I don't even know what stick handling, puck control, whatever you want to call it. There goes Meat Sale off the board. Probably the I don't want to say safest, right? But like he's pretty damn nasty. So I don't know. We'll see how these teams shake out, but Meat first overall, never a bad choice. I feel like.
Cap is on the clock. Who's he
So
taking? Meat.
I mean,
Meat just went. That's very shocking.
if
Very
if
shocking.
we're drawing this purely upon like friend team lines, I feel like Juice is probably the pick here because I feel like Rat and Otto are pretty cool, and then
Yeah, let
Juice and
Rat
Cap.
get Otto.
But
Good idea.
again, this is purely from a friend team perspective. I think if we're talking, if you want to win, you're picking Otto here. So I don't know. We'll see. I might be eating my words. This is me 3 drinks in, so I probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And I might eat my words at the end of the season if Otto loses. But if you want to win, you usually pick Otto. So who knows? It's probably the most exciting pick. But I mean, realistically, right? You could have Juice. Maybe Tony sneaks in there. Who knows? Like, I mean, you're here, Tony. Still, I guess, updating the draft board, but
Yeah, I
you're
was
sticking around
I was
anyway.
running some other important stuff.
Again, Otto does make sense here, but we'll see. Because I mean, there is like a definitive, maybe like big 4. Because we haven't even talked about Quacky yet. Quacky's still pretty nasty, even though I think he hasn't been playing as much, but he's still pretty good. Is that Cap who just joined?
Hello.
Kapanen, are you ready for your selection, buddy?
Sir, yes, sir.
Who is it gonna be?
I'm gonna go with Otto.
Sure.
Wow, second overall
Oh,
Otto.
I wrote
Don't-
Otto there. on the
Don't
thing.
sound too happy.
I was. I wrote Otto went first, not Meat. I'm doing good. I'm doing good already. Anybody want my
Cap
job?
refuses to elaborate after his somber selection of Otto, it seemed like. So, I feel like he's just sad knowing that it's not even going to be a competitive league and they're just going to wipe the floor with everybody now because they have Otto, but who knows? We'll see how it works out. Not a shocker. I think they both won a cup together on season 21 Boston that I was a part of, which was kind of cool.
Shut up.
Yeah, I know. I'm messing around there, but they have forward chemies, like real talk. Like I think Cap had his like best statistical season that year. I think he had like 60, 70 plus points. So
Tony, you're
it's
not
pretty good
updating
when it comes to playing with Otto.
the draft board.
Didn't I update it? I did update it.
And Ray
Are you on
comes
the
in
which
immediately.
draft board are
Send me
you
the
on?
send me the new one.
What's going on here? You guys like not updating properly? What do we have here?
He's not on the draft board. He's on the
Good lord.
template.
All right. Well, regardless of all of these draft board shenanigans that are going on here, Rat, are you here to make your selection?
I am here to make my selection.
Let's hear it, brother.
It's a pretty obvious one. I'm actually really happy with it too. I'm taking Juice.
And there it is.
Yeah.
There's realistically like a big 4, but if we want to talk like the solid 3 right there, Juice is the guy. It could have been Juice or Quacky. Kind of depends on who you ask. And we asked Rat, and he picked Juice. So there we go. Leafs is now up on the clock with the Toronto Rush. And Slim, I know I've been yapping this entire time. Do you have anything to mention? And for the future, if you want to cut me off at any point, feel free to do so.
Well, of course, Leafs is on the clock, as always.
I mean, as always, he hasn't been on the
I
clock
think
up
this is
for
where,
this entire draft at this point.
This is a potential for a curveball.
They better not be, or we're gonna regret snaking this draft.
Why? What are you thinking as a curveball? What's your curveball option
the
here?
curveball would be to not pick Quacky. That's the curveball.
Yeah, I mean, realistically.
And if you don't pick Quacky, then I envision Guy's team winning handily.
So if that's the case, right here, like Tony, let's do a little bit of theory crafting here because we have another minute until the selection's made. If it's not Quacky, then who? We thinking what? Austin, you maybe perchance?
Me,
Marchie maybe.
Reacts Marchie. I doubt the dial picked this early. It could happen, you know.
I mean, for a dial that is, I mean,
He's on 25 ping now. He's
That's
last
pretty
season
good.
rough ping season for him.
And
Limited free
but it's
time.
also a question of dedication, though. Has he been practicing? Is he in
Sure he
mid-season form?
hasn't.
So it's a big question mark there with Dialoriax, but we know him. He's always nice. NHL Killa, also known as Go Leafs Go. What's the selection for the Toronto Rush, buddy?
Well, before Toronto makes his pick, just gonna thank you guys for putting this thing together. You guys are always great.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you,
Appreciate that,
Leafs,
Leaf.
and only Leafs.
You guys
Yeah.
do a really good job, so appreciate you. And
You know, you can pick one.
Kiss
Earlier.
ass.
You can pick one earlier, actually.
oh yeah, can I get
Time's
the
up.
third?
Yeah, you
pick?
just have juice now. You get
Yeah,
Rat's
there you
Plan.
go, yeah. You get a what is it, an inspiration die in D&D?
Well, I am gonna make one of Tony's nightmares come true. So I'm gonna be taking Dial.
Whoa!
What?
Wait. Oh,
Off?
wow.
He just
What?
mutes. He didn't even leave.
He just
there's
mutes.
the
He doesn't elaborate.
yeah.
Is
That's
he
it. He
here to
didn't
see our
even.
reaction?
That's it. He's gone.
That is
Well,
crazy.
he comes through with what we all admitted to be a curveball, and he takes Dial. Wow, that.
Now, I'm not
It-
saying I'm putting it in. I'm putting it in as a real pick.
Yep.
Message. I'm getting messages
Here
coming.
we
up.
see
The
Guy
news is
LaForce.
coming in. The news is traveling fast. I'm getting some messages such as restart the draft. You know?
I mean, I see Guy here sprinting up to the podium proverbially. There is no animation here. We can't actually see what Guy is doing. It sounds like he's ready to make his pick right now with emphasis. What do we have, Guy?
Yeah, I'll take Quacky and Tony.
Oh my-
Oh man, we got ourselves a team here. I'm the only member of this panel not a part of the BOC, so I have zero power to overturn anything here. But wow,
Now would be the
is all I
time
can
for
say.
an audible to cancel the snake.
I'm happy I made a part of the
Alright.
BOC here. Holy moly, this is
Alright, for now, I'm putting in.
Wow. Okay, I'm out of my seat, folks. I genuinely am walking around my room staring at the draft board in utter disbelief. So we have 42 people in the stream right now, probably all equally as shocked as we are on the panel. Other than that, I'm speechless.
Yeah,
was
I
a
don't
wild
know what to. That was
I
not
am
in my plans.
done. That
Like,
was.
I
know we threw
I
out his
must-
name there. That was such a long shot to. I don't. You know.
I must say right now, I do not envy the BOC's position. I don't think what was like the Tampa Bay Lightning thing. Like we weren't expecting any of this. Like, but thank you for being here or whatever. I don't know the full quote, but it was something along those lines. That's how I'm feeling. And Lisa's right back.
Leafs coming in to salvage it with a good pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna save myself.
I don't think that's possible, but let's hear it.
I think so.
I don't know.
I'm gonna take Margie.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about as good as the pick as you could probably have taken here. I mean, Austin's still up on the board.
It's Austin and Marchie. In theory, right? That's
Yep.
like
That's a more
the big two
tame
defense.
pick.
Marchie's, but to be fair, Marchie's been looking really good. I think, and he's
Like-
practicing a lot. But that's
I will admit the snake is looking more and more questionable by the millisecond, right? That's fair. But right now,
A lot of
I'd
outrage in
say
the chat.
there's definitely
can
two
see that.
teams right now that have three very solid skaters on their team. Now, whether that equates to having maybe less than stellar goalie play, we'll see. Maybe we'll see how the rest of the draft shakes out. Rat is already ready to make his pick for the Bridgeport Rats.
Very
Let's
excited
hear
for
it.
this one.
Let's hear it.
It might come as a shock, but I gotta take him here. I won't get him at all. Taking Kiwi.
Whoa. Okay.
I don't even have a response for
Even-
that one. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna let
Yeah.
Slim talk.
He'll
now.
show. He'll show you. He'll show you.
Yeah,
Alright.
walk me off the ledge right now, Slim. Let's hear some analysis here, or Tony, either one.
Well, Kiwi is missing how many game days?
So this is even worse. All right, let's hear it.
He's missing 523 to 62.
We did push it back. This the schedule I don't know how many people saw it, but it was changed. The season isn't starting tomorrow, and instead it's going to start, the next game day, and the last day of the
What,
season
Tuesday?
is going to be a bye. Yeah.
Okay. So the big question is, do we see gameplay tonight with all of the newly acquired teams? We're gonna see some scrims tonight, we're thinking, or
Maybe it being a Saturday, you never know.
yeah, there's usually a decent amount of people kicking around. We've already managed to lose like 10 people from the stream. I think they've already packed it up, thinking that the season is over. We'll see if those people end up coming back. We're at 36 viewers right now, which is pretty cool. And we now have Philadelphia on the clock. So let's see. I mean, it's Cap and Otto right now. All signs, I mean, honestly, I can't even say that all signs point to Austin being the pick because we've already been wrong, I think, twice so far with what we thought was going to happen. So there's really no way of knowing for sure. But if I had to guess, it's realistically either Austin or maybe a goaltender if Cap is so inclined. We'll see. But those are probably my two big pseudo predictions here.
Everything I thought has been wrong. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I thought that we
Yeah.
kind of had the first round mapped out pretty decently in our heads, and yet here we are utterly stunned. Every single mock was wrong. So who knows at this point? But I can tell Cap is not rushing up to the podium. That is an interesting point to make here. Most of the teams have their players inside of their respective chat rooms. They're feverishly talking right now, trying to figure out the best course of action. No trades yet, which is something interesting to note. And I don't even know if there will be any trades, let's be honest here, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I really hope. I'm hoping for a more normal draft.
We're
from
hoping
now
for some
on.
more normal picks here to kind of average out the teams a bit more, so things seem a bit more normal. But
I'm a little stunned by the dial pick still.
I think we all are, quite frankly, Slim, and I think you kind of have the toughest position out of everybody here because you're the one that's kind of making this all happen. So we'll see how everything shakes
this
out
is
in the
Slim's
future.
fault.
No, it's total. I mean, we're not taking blame here. This is the beauty of draft day. I mean, let's be honest. The Falcons took Michael Penix. You know what I mean? In 8th overall. Stupid stuff happens all the time. This is what draft day is all about, ladies and gentlemen. So I still think realistically it's an Austin pick here, but there's clearly some deliberation happening because Cap has 15 seconds.
He's probably trying to wrap his head around what just happened too. Remember, he is on the POC.
Oh, Cap and Otto were talking.
One of the advocates
They're out
for
of
And I
time.
think we're getting all right. I mean, 0 seconds on the clock. We got to drag him in, don't we?
Tony's got to drag him in.
There we go. Kapanen, what is the
Hey,
selection,
sorry,
my friend?
I've
we're
been
getting
trying
a
to.
lot of messages in the chat about
Yeah,
restarting.
that's kind of what took me a little bit to to figure out what I was doing. I was also answering messages in my DM.
Yeah, I got a lot of DMs. I don't think I've ever got this many DMs at one time.
I got nothing right now, and I'm smiling. This is great.
This is sorry, I just took me a
Glad
little
it's
bit.
all directed to Tony. And not
I'm
me.
gonna shock it. I'm gonna shock the world here.
Let's hear it.
Little L.
Owl, a person that we
Ooh.
frankly did not even mention. That's
it's not to
frankly
disrespect
on
Owl.
me. That's on me right there. I feel like us as a panel entirely didn't even consider Owl here. And
What the hell's he playing as?
I kind of see why
Super.
Cap did that. You know what I mean? Like having capable puck handlers is always good. You know what I mean? Regardless of the ability to maybe sometimes not make the smartest of plays. Sometimes he's turnover prone. These things happen. When Owl's on his game, dude's a freaking game changer. You know what I mean?
I was
Cup winner in season 20. He knows what he's doing. He's a solid player.
I was talking to Cap and he said he likes D-men that can carry the puck out.
Yeah. The only thing that I can think of, right, and again, this is pure speculation, sometimes, like, if you have a guy like Otto on the team, I feel like sometimes, like, having too many puck carriers on the team, because Otto's a guy that wants the puck, right? He is the carry forward. So, Owl is another guy. If the puck's on his stick, he's making plays happen for the most part, for better or for worse. Like, there's definitely things happening when Owl's in the game. So realistically, I mean, I totally see where this pick's coming from, and the more that I'm thinking about it, it's a pretty solid pick. You know what I mean?
Well,
It makes me wonder where Cap plays this season, if he's playing offense or defense.
I'm just looking at the board now, actually, and I wasn't thinking about Cap playing offense, which I don't know why. Like, he played and won a cup with Otto, playing
Yeah,
forward together. But I was
that's
thinking
exactly.
entirely in my head, Cap on D, and I'm like, oh, well, who's he going to pick for forward here? There's a lot of good defensemen left, actually. Like, whatever Crab does, like, Crab could pick 2 defensemen here, and he's still capable of getting a
And,
good
and,
one.
and that's the big question, right? Because now it snakes backwards again, and now we're wondering, like, where does Austin go? If Austin doesn't go
Right
in these
here.
next 2 picks, he could very well be the sheltering defenseman that Owl needs. You know what I mean? Like, who knows what's going to happen here? I bet you Cap's probably screaming at me, telling me to shut the hell up about Austin. So, who knows what's going to happen here? But Crab does have back-to-back picks here, and it looks like he's ready to make at least one of those selections here.
Yeah, only one. Could you guys talk about the next one? Maybe like give me some ideas though.
No.
At this point, I might just shut up and not let you do your own job for you. I chose not to GM for a reason, Crab, so I'm not going to give you anything else now, just
Crab.
because you said that.
Me and Meat
Okay.
won a cup
Ooh,
together.
yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Right here though, we're gonna go Dicky Packer.
All right, and there
Yeah.
goes Austin. Frankly, a little later than I had expected, personally, but yeah,
I
I
would have
mean,
picked him over me, honestly. Like, I don't know. That's just
yeah,
me.
I mean, Austin is still a damn good player. Like, probably one of the best pure defensive defensemen in the game, and I feel like his offensive upside is a bit underrated. Like, he's not gonna sit there and make you miss with crazy dangles all the time, but solid long shot on him. He always makes a smart play. So, we'll see how he fits in, with Meat. I feel like Meat's a guy similar to Otto, always wants the puck on his stick. Austin's not really a puck hog in that respect. He's more of like a, make the smart defensive play, pass the puck down. What better person to huck the puck to than to Meat Sale? You know what I mean? You put the puck in his general direction, he's gonna make a play with it. So I like that pick.
Crab, Meat, Austin, and Doug once won a Lewis League together,
Correct.
and Doug
Like,
did
that's
sign up here.
Yeah, I mean, we can see Seattle here kind of go multiple directions, right? Like, they're in like that perfect top of the third round spot where if they can basically round out either their entire skater core or get a goalie here. They have their pick of the litter at both, basically. So it depends what they value more. If they want to get a good goalie to round out the roster, they could. If they want to get a really nasty defenseman to pair up with Austin, they could as well. I'm assuming Crab's playing offense with Meat Sale. That's pure assumption here. So it's really either second defenseman, which could be Doug, could be a goalie, could be me, could be PK. Who knows? But there's a plethora of options right now. And we'll see where he ends up going. He's a minute left, or a minute and a half left on the clock here. I just realized we were never doing the ad reads in between the rounds, like we had jokingly talked about before. So this round, the third round, is brought to you by Citizen Cider, which is what I'm drinking right now. That's what I'm calling for the ad read audible. So throwing that out there. We still have 1 minute to go in this selection.
I'm ready.
And
right.
there we go. Let's hear it, Crab.
Hey Sully, how do you feel about becoming a Seattle Sockeye?
I mean, it's not up to me. It's up to you, buddy. So
It'd be
is
really
that
great
the-
if he didn't pick you here.
Oh, do you not want to join the team?
Never said that. I have zero allegiance right now until I'm
Okay.
picked onto a team.
Okay, we're taking Sully.
All right. And there I go. Top of the third round. I am going to a team of Crab, Meat, and Austin.
All right.
Yeah,
First bad
really-
pick of the draft.
Really fell in the
Yeah,
draft.
honestly, I kind of hate that
I'm
pick.
just kidding.
I feel like he should have taken either one, a better goalie, or two, a defenseman to round out the skater group. But he's the GM and not me. I purposefully did not list myself as a GM for that exact reason. So, yeah, there we go. First goalie off the board, and it is yours truly.
Yeah, I
which
figured
brings
a
us.
goalie was going at this pick. The only thing that made me hesitate was I was thinking about the Austin Doug potential connection there.
Yeah, I mean, and that's
Austin
kind
Doug
of
meat and
the.
crab connection, but like,
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about Crab's team is that now he has the first pick in every subsequent round to
mhm.
kind of round out that roster. Like he kind of has the best possible odds to get somebody at the top of every round, which is solid. Which kind of makes me think about what Cap's trying to do here.
I think as this shakes out, we are gonna see. Like, I know people maybe Quacky falling. That's insane. It's like we
Yeah.
weren't expecting. I thought we
Yeah.
were positive the first 4 picks were gonna be Meat, Auto, Juice, Quacky, maybe
Yep.
Auto and Meat Flip, but that was our top 4 when we picked the Snake. Even still, like I think you see with Crab's team, like it's shaping out pretty good. Like this is why there's a Snake. Like
Yeah,
so that
I mean,
Meat's team essentially doesn't have you know
yeah,
that
for
extra
sure.
pick.
Hello.
Hey, Cap.
Welcome back.
This is crazy, huh?
Yeah, this is quite the
Yeah.
draft we got so far.
If we had some form of online presence, it'd be like a viral
Yeah,
draft.
dude,
Oh,
this
easily.
This is big in the HQM
For sure.
lore.
People are gonna be
38
talking
viewers.
about this for weeks.
Yeah, this is gonna. We're talking about it for weeks, guys.
Anyways, I'll be taking Bert.
Good
Here goes
pick.
Hey Bert as the second goalie off the board.
Should have been
Which
first, but hey, that's fine. No, bad
I mean, I'm
picks
not even
happen.
disputing that if I'm being
No,
honest
no.
with you.
I'm
Like
just kidding, Sully.
I wouldn't be
So
that
bad.
surprised. The thing that I am wondering though is what's up with PK's sign up, because historically PK has been labeled as an elite tier goalie, right? There's no way of, skirting around that. And sometimes
He's
I
really
do
good.
feel like Hey Bird is slept on. You know what I mean? Like he is a damn good goalie in his own right. I feel like there's definitely like a mix there with like all three of us. You know what I mean? Like that's probably like the upper echelon of
I
goalies.
think the thing with
To be real.
PK is just him not playing pubs, so people kind of forget. But like he gets
It
on.
doesn't matter. It
No, it
genuinely doesn't
matter.
matter.
It has
This
never
guy, this
once
guy could
mattered.
not play for 4 months. He comes back, he's immediately elite again. He doesn't
Yeah.
forget the muscle memory, so it doesn't
However,
matter.
we're on season 24, and if we're keeping track of his dubs at the end of it all, we still got that big goose egg.
For sure.
Are people superstitious?
I
in
don't
this
think
league?
so.
I don't know.
I think someone's gonna stare right at PK and say I can fix him. You know what I mean? Like they think
Yeah.
that they can give him a
Th-
cup.
I
So
am actually going to be the team that wins with him.
and we'll see. I mean, honestly, dude, if PK lasts till Chicago, it's
I didn't
over.
mean specifically. I was just saying in general. That's the general line of
for
thinking,
sure.
not me specifically saying I'm winning with him because I can't.
For
Because I
sure.
proved that I can't several times.
Ratty, what are we thinking, buddy?
think I'm gonna be taking PK here.
And there it
Oh,
is.
there he goes.
We're having a nice big run on goalies in the third round, as always. Right? It always seems like that happens.
Yep.
And just for anybody at home listening, that none of what I said earlier was any sort of slander to Bert. Bert's a damn good goalie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just I feel like
I
in the
won a couple
public
pubs
eye,
with
people
Bert
tend to value
lately
PK.
that would make me pick him in the first round.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. No, when he's on his game, he's friggin' nuts. You know what I mean? He's a nasty goalie. So all props to him. I feel like there's a good amount of solid goalies in the league right now. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I like a lot of the guys that are on the board
It's
right
just a
now.
question of attendance. Like, yeah, somebody like Lewis who's going to miss a lot of Sundays, probably.
Yep.
Narg under 50%. It'd be nice to have him.
Yep.
But
Well, we got Cloudy out there now.
Cloudy
Cloudy's
new
kind of
upcoming. You got Goose, reliable, always signs up.
yeah, he's always there for sure.
Yep. You got there's options. Throw a skater in that.
One important note that BG just mentioned that I didn't even think about. I doubt this is the case, but could Bert potentially be a skater on Red Aids' team? I
Did we
don't
tell
think
the
so.
GMs not to pick it? I don't think Cap's gonna do that after we talked about that.
I know like that's actually a really solid point for BG that I didn't think about, but realistically, I'm assuming Bert's a goalie here, right? You'd figure that makes the most sense, but that would be really funny if that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I can't imagine Cap doing that after he was
No, I
specifically
wouldn't think
talking
so
about
either.
not doing that.
But I feel like if there is a goalie that could actually hop out and skate, it's probably Bert. Bert's a pretty nasty forward, honestly, but he's definitely better served in the net for sure. So with a minute 21 on the clock, we have Leafs, who has, for lack of a better term, surprised all of us so far with his draft strategy. He's on the clock.
I think,
potentially. I mean, I've. What were you gonna say,
I
Slim?
think
I've been
a
yapping
D-man
too
goes
much.
here, probably.
I agree with you. Yeah. I think like there's kind of like I wouldn't say a steep drop off by any means, but there's definitely I think there's like the big three when it comes to goalies, and then there's a little bit of a drop, I guess, like just in terms
Well,
of
now with
like
I
like
think
perceived.
Lewis is up there with any of them, especially look
Yeah,
at
but
his
the other
numbers.
issue
But
with
in
that though
terms
is
of
his attendance.
the attendance
Exactly.
does not put him up
Like
there.
there's
Yeah.
three
In terms of
goalies that you
draft
know that you're
value.
gonna get
Yeah.
for sure. So we'll see what ends up happening. I think it probably is a skater here. It's just a matter of who. Maybe KP. Who knows? And I think
Yeah.
Doug's still on the board, right?
KP, ugh.
Yep.
Slim, Doug, you got options.
There are definitely some solid dudes on the board right now. I'm gonna mute for a second. I'll be right
Hey
back.
guys.
Leafs is
All
here
right,
to make the
Leafs,
pick while
who you
Sully
picking?
pisses off.
I'm
You
gonna
and D
take.
like Sully predicted?
Pardon?
You picking a D man here like Sully predicted? What are we getting?
Yeah. You were right about something in this draft. So I'm gonna take Doug.
He is taking
Right.
Doug.
Doug, Dial, Marchie.
Now, you know, say what you will about the draft value. That'd be an interesting team to be a part of. I'd like to be in that room. I love all those dudes.
Yeah, Dial and Marchie.
Oh my god. Yeah, Doug and Marchie together, that's a
Yeah,
killer
that's a
combo.
team of characters. I feel
Oh
like
my
that's
god,
definitely
that's a
the.
high character team. Sully would know.
Oh, I don't know if we can say high character yet. I don't know.
Four is brought to you
Allowed
by
to.
the High Character Podcast.
All
The
right,
official
fine. If we have,
podcast of the
if
LHL.
yeah, if we have to do a plug here,
Yeah, you gotta give
I
me
do a
$15
podcast
for
for
that
UMass
one.
hockey. But yeah, whatever. Shut up. It doesn't matter. But we are here to talk about the LHL, and Guy is on the clock right now with 3 extremely capable skaters on his team right now. What do you think? What do you guys think he does here? Do you feel like he feels the need to round out his skater group, or I feel like here's probably going for the best of the goalies here, in my opinion.
No.
No,
Oh,
No?
let's hear
he's
it, guys.
picking the
What do we
worst
got?
of the goalies.
Give me 5.
Oh.
I
And
saw
he
that one
takes
coming.
Slim.
Oh. Snap, I didn't even know that was coming.
Quite the pick
I
there.
didn't talk to him, but I had a hunch.
I mean, that right there is an absolutely, pardon my French, an absolutely fucked skater group. Like, there's no way around that. That's just 4 talented people with the puck. If any single member of that team has the puck on their stick, danger immediately. You know what I mean? Like, I always come from the opinion that you're only as dangerous as your worst skater. That right there is a team of entirely dangerous skaters. So I'm very interested to see who he takes as his goaltender at pick 20. You'd have to figure he probably gets the last available goaltender who's, starting quality. So we'll see who he ends up taking there, but I don't know. That team is going to be make or break based on their goaltending play, I feel like. If they have even a semi-competent goalie in that team, that's going to be one of the better teams we've seen in a while. But we don't have to talk about that potential pick for another few picks. Right now, Seattle's back on the clock, trying to round out their starter group with another skater. Most likely a defenseman. And Crab is here anyway, so he'll be able to explain it.
No, keep going.
Explain
No,
yourself, Crab,
yeah, you're the one that has to make the pick here, not me.
and justify it.
I convinced Doug to sign up, and
And
was
you
gonna
looked him
take
off.
him. Yeah. But we're going a different direction now. We're going alter.
All right.
Yeah.
And
Alter off the
That was a
board.
their
predictable
alter
pick.
gets picked. So I think there was some talk about some GMs wanting to take Alter. Alter was, I think Alter's a solid player, admittedly, right? I think he is able to get his goals. If you see him in ranked pubs, he's out there goaling them, right, on a nightly basis. So I feel like Alter is definitely known more as a forward rather than a D-man, so it makes me wonder.
He's definitely playing forward on this team.
Yeah, so I guess Crab might be sliding back to defense in this team.
Yeah.
And then we have Meat and Alter up top. and then Crab and Austin on D, and then me and Net.
That's a pretty good team.
It's a
still
solid
there.
group. That's a really solid group. Yeah, that's really all there is. I mean, I kind of like the pick there. You know what I mean? Like Alter is the guy that people don't really take high, but every time he gets picked, he puts up points. You know what I mean? I don't even know if he actually has a cup, to be fair. So, I mean, the overall season success might have a bit to be desired, but he gets his, man. You know what I mean? When it
Yeah,
comes
he's
to purely
definitely
scoring goals
a
and getting
point
assists, he
getter.
gets his. Yeah.
Mhm.
So hopefully that ends up going to some postseason success, but it's a team effort at the end of the day. It's never just on one player. So hopefully this team can gel, and for my sake, we can do pretty well. But now Cap is back on the clock. Goalie already picked for him, so it looks like, again, with Cap's positional ambiguity, I think he has a lot of flexibility with who he can take here. It's kind of just a best player available situation. I don't know who that would necessarily be. Maybe Kill Pessel. I don't think he's been picked yet. Right? I'm not
I
reading
think
this
this
wrong,
is
right?
I could see a Fizz pick.
Yeah,
think
Fizz, KP,
Fizz
maybe.
on O is where he should be, in my opinion.
There's some guys here whose names I frankly don't recognize. Like, I don't know
Yeah,
who
pick
Boy
one of them.
LaRoof is.
That's Fizz.
That's Fizz.
Oh, all right. So that is Fizz. Gotcha.
Fizz is Boiler Roof, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, Fizz, KP, maybe like DMB or Jabba. I'm not really sure, but that's probably like the big three there of potential picks here, in my opinion. But as always, again, we have been extremely shocked by some picks before, and anything can happen in the LHL draft. So 40 seconds on the clock for Kapanen. Definitely deliberating with his team right now. He has Otto and Owl inside of his little group chat. If I had to, gun to my head, make a pick right here, I think he's going KP. He's basically taking like the classic like Toronto team that KP would always take, like Owl, Burt. I feel like you just have to finish it off with KP at that point. But we'll see. He has 10 seconds to make that pick, and I feel like just like a second round pick, he's been pretty late a lot of the time, so we might have to drag him in here because he is now officially out of time. What do we got, Cap?
KP.
Yeah,
There it
you go.
is.
There you go, Zolly.
Let's go. I will take that. I had no insider sources to go off of there. That was just pure speculation, and I'm a draft expert. Woo! So solid
Definitely a
pick from
better
Captain in
analyst
there.
than me.
That rounds out his team, which is overall, again, a really skillful team. I feel like there's not one guy on that team that's not dangerous with the puck, and he has a really solid goalie to boot. So another really solid team. I feel like we were all kind of roasting the draft after the dial pick. Realistically, I think we have some pretty even teams so far. I know they're not fully finished off yet, but we're getting there slowly but surely. With Rad Aids now on the clock, who had
Man,
just joined actually.
Quick,
So
decisive.
yeah, Rad's ready.
Yeah, I'm taking Resi.
All right.
Rezi gets picked here. A name that did he sign up as his normal name or am I
Yep, Rezi.
stupid?
Right.
Is he really
might
on there?
be
I'm
a little
blind. All
stupid.
right, I should have been mentioning him from the beginning. I apologize to Rezi, but yeah, definitely was in the mix there and clearly was picked for a reason. So that right there, I mean, looking at that team, you figure, I mean, Rezi and Kiwi probably on offense with Juice and Rat on D. I'm not really sure there. Any insight there, Tony or Slim?
I don't know for sure that Kiwi definitely on O.
For sure.
Probably a matter of Rezi or Juice on forward.
Yeah. I feel like traditionally Rezi plays more offense than defense for the most
but
part.
he can play D. And put it in
Yeah.
the sign up that he's willing to play both.
Of course. It's just kind of a matter of like Juice is kind of like the S tier player at both positions, so it's what do you prioritize more? And wow, right? 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Leafs is already here to make his pick. What do we got? Assuming it's a goalie.
Yeah, we're taking a really good goalie, Cloudy.
Ooh, Cloudy.
Cloudy goes here.
Love Cloudy.
The up and comer, who frankly I am not familiar with his game whatsoever. I don't think I've really seen him in pubs too often, so if you guys have anything to add to his scouting report,
Yeah, he's
it's your
good.
time.
He's real good.
Yeah, he's pretty
Uh,
good.
Yeah, got to work
New
on.
player.
Yeah, got to work on
Kinda-
some standard stuff, but like he's got the mechanics. He makes crazy saves.
So it's a
Like,
consistency issue. It's like he makes the nut saves, but
yes.
then every now and then he'll let in
You
a
gotta
softie.
you gotta make sure you gotta clean up all the routine ones, or at least
Fair
most
enough.
of them. But he's really good. Like a lot of just, yeah, he practices. He's really good at making the tough saves.
Then there you go. I mean, that's a high upside pick right there. If he gets the consistency down, again, another really solid starting five. I mean, you would assume Dial and Leafs on offense there, Marchie and Doug on defense, and then if Cloudy is able to do his thing in net, another dangerous starting five right there. So, and Guy is ready to seemingly round out his roster. I'm assuming with a goalie. What do we got, Guy?
Lewis.
And
Wooey,
Lewis goes, Mr. Attendance Issue.
Mr. Attendance Issues himself.
So, assuming once we get back to pick 25, might have to pick up another backup goalie potentially. Assuming no other attendance issues, but Lewis, always a solid tendy. He knows what he's doing in net. He definitely he can make the saves when called upon for sure. But again, if you're not there for game nights, how useful are you to your team? So it sounds like he's going to be hovering around like 60-70% attendance overall for the course of the season. I don't know about playoffs, which is kind of the most important part, frankly. It looks like with that starting, 4 skaters, they're going to be making the playoffs in some capacity. So if he can show up to the playoffs, that's a dangerous team for sure.
Yeah, he jinxed us.
And we're up to 41 viewers on the stream. So bless up everybody who showed up and is supporting the LHL draft so far. That's huge for our metrics, for our advertising revenue. I don't think we actually get any. So hopefully we can get like Twitch partnered, get some cool money off that. Who knows? But yeah, we got Seattle back on the clock. I guess looking for their first backup player. And Crab, who will that be?
Hang on, I need to look up his availability.
Understood.
Oh
Oh
my
my god.
Why'd you join?
I mean, to be fair, you had 3 minutes, so because I think Slim
I've made it.
restarted the clock early, so
Yeah.
All right, it looks
don't
like he's
actually take 3
Just
minutes.
pick.
we're
Get a
gonna take
minute.
Java.
And there goes
Jabba.
Jabba.
Java.
I'm pretty sure Crab drafted and traded him before the season started last season. So maybe you'll keep him around this time.
I will say it is interesting. I wonder if Crab checked the sign-up notes for everybody who's on his team, but I think we have a pretty solid group here. Jabba is the first official, I guess, backup player. I don't really want to say that because honestly, like picks 4 and 5 sometimes tend to get a little bit interchangeable, but we will see how the starting lineup shakes out for sure. But Jabba is the first non-starter, I guess, to go in these rounds here, which brings us back to Kapanen of the Philadelphia Liberty, and it sounds like he just joined in, so he's ready to make his pick.
I'm picking Fizz.
And there goes Fizz, somebody who I kind of expected to be a starter, frankly. I feel like he
Yeah.
fell a little bit.
We got a few
That's-
signups at the very tail end here, and I think it forced guys like Fizz and Job out. But you never know how it shakes up with attendance trades.
Who knows? We might end up doing a redraft tomorrow with 6 teams. Who the hell knows at this point? We're just like, we'll see how the rest of this draft shakes out, and we'll go from there. Rat's already ready to make his pick. So what are we feeling like, Rat?
GM
Could you
Rat.
drag in Kiwi for the celebrity announcement here?
Oh God, yeah.
Dude, screw it. We got no rules on this draft. Let's get it.
Get him in here.
Yeah, yes,
I don't know
sir.
if I'm allowed to. Can I? Yeah,
I
there we
got
go.
him.
Hello.
What is up?
Hey, Kiwi.
Celebrity pick coming up.
Well, am I the celebrity?
You're the celebrity.
Or...
You're the celebrity coming
Make
up.
a wish, celebrity.
Am
Same
I?
thing.
Am I? We've got 2 minutes. Am I the celebrity, or is my celebrity yet to be revealed with this?
Oh,
Next
I guess it
pick?
depends on who you pick.
Rat, we're good on it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, when you're trying to win and create a championship, you learn from the pros. And I'm
Oh,
going to pick a Puyo Puyo Scuba.
There it
Yeah.
is.
Saw that one coming. Good
Yep.
pick. Putting in the work.
Pro
Feel the
player,
draft.
different game, but mechanically skilled, all the same.
He's
Yeah,
just built
solid.
different.
He's a pro, so put pro on his name.
I mean, I don't have control of the draft board. I can't put pro next to it, but if I did, I probably would.
Peace.
So good pick there for sure. Scuba, another up and comer. I think he only started playing maybe a couple months ago. Someone might want to correct me on that with the exact timeline, but definitely one of the
I think
newer
he was
players.
he was on that RSL team last season. Like he played a little.
Yeah, how long ago was that season? That was what, like 3 months ago?
6 months ago.
What? Wow, time flies when you haven't
Yeah,
played
that was
H2M in a
last
while.
year, dude.
Fair enough, man. Jesus, my sense of time is absolutely warped, but it is what it is. So now we have Toronto on the clock with again I mean, I'm gonna be repeating myself here, but everybody has a filled out roster at this point in terms of starters. So it's a matter. I mean, I think Cloudy's attendance is good, so I don't think they have to get a backup goalie this early. I mean, they have a pretty solid roster throughout. I think Doug might have had some attendance question marks on his sign up. I know he was a really late addition to the signups. I feel like they just got to go BPA here, best player available for those who aren't draft inclined. Who do we think that could be? Because I'm kind of drawing blanks here, if I'm being honest with you. I'm thinking
I don't even know. There's a
maybe
lot of
like a
dudes left still.
Trevor, maybe a Shark. I mean, they're
I think we see a BG pick for the locker room.
maybe
here.
like a DeBeezy or like a DMB, maybe. I feel like these
Dabs, I think.
Yeah, I
Ultimate
think these
Skill,
sorts
that's
of
the team that's
picks.
gonna get DMP.
Yeah, I think with these sorts of picks, you're more inclined to pick like the names that you know rather than like an up and comer. Like if we're gonna talk about an up and comer that might get picked here, I kind of like Style low key.
Hey guys.
I think he's
Little
on the come
early,
up,
little early
but
for that, but I could see him going.
maybe. But Leafs is here to make a selection, and what'll it be?
Toronto's proud to take Shark.
There he goes, Shark. He was a borderline backup, I think, on my team last year.
Yeah, he played a
Which
handful
apparently
of
was 6 months ago, and I had no idea it was that long ago. But yeah, Shark filled in, I think, quite a bit. Honestly, on both sides of the ice, on offense and defense, he was just kind of like a catch-all player, solid with the puck. Just knows how to play H2M. You know what I mean? Like mechanically sound. He's pretty dangerous with the puck. He had a good amount of points on my team last season, so solid guy to have, especially as a backup for sure. So smart, solid pick there from Leafs, and that brings us back to Guy, who, if I had to guess, he's getting a backup goalie here due to Lewis's attendance issues, but
Yeah, probably want a
I'm not
guy
the
who
GM.
can do it all, you know?
Yeah,
Quacky did have the questionable sign up there.
Yeah.
We believe in him to make the games, but it's like
yeah, you'd figure. I mean, I feel like he wouldn't go first round if there were that many issues, but yeah,
you
I
never
think. I
know.
mean, the last kind of pure goalie for the most part that's left on the draft board, I think, is Goose. So if you have
named
Goose come
under 50
in,
Narg.
yeah, I mean maybe Narg. I haven't seen Narg play in God
No,
knows
I
how
haven't
long.
seen Narg in a
Another
while.
dark horse candidate, Nina. I didn't even see his name until just now. He's another goalie. You know, like I I don't really have like a if I was a GM here, I don't know who I would prefer. I'd probably personally go for Neen.
You're swaying his opinion right now. He's been in here waiting to make his pick.
I'm an
Yeah,
idiot.
this
I
is
didn't realize
you're gonna
I
slow
didn't
me
even
on
get
that
these
one.
freaking things on.
I'm gonna take Trevor though.
He's taking Trevor. Wow. Interesting.
Trevor signed up skater goalie.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
if
throw him in
he's
both.
available, he can play there then. But yeah, I don't know what's been going on with my Discord. I haven't been getting like the little doot notifications when people join in, so I didn't realize that I was staving off Guy from making a selection for hopefully not too long. But a solid pick nonetheless. Again, Trevor's definitely I think his pro comp would be Owl. I think like in terms of just like what he provides to the team, it's hands. You know what I mean? Like he plays D, solid hands, takes long shots. You know, that's kind of Owl's game. So he can probably provide something a little similar if somebody is out. But I don't know. Have you guys seen Trevor play goalie all that much?
Yeah, and ranked. Does
It,
GTAX. He's
it,
pretty good at it. But
yeah, he's
he is
pretty
mostly a
solid.
skater.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. So I mean, if Trevor ends up being the backup Tendy, it's probably not a bad pick. I just haven't personally seen him play Tendy all too much, so who knows? But we are back to Seattle, round 6 of the draft. This is the second to last round, so only 10 more selections to go, and then what is everybody left over going to the RSL? I don't actually know yet. Is that like TBD?
Tony?
Yeah, we're gonna take a look. Probably ask who's willing.
Understood. Didn't mean to put you guys on the spot like that. That's
The
my B.
plan is to do an RSL. Ideally, find somebody maybe in it to run it. But
For sure.
yeah, you just got to figure out the numbers of some guys can't make the earlier start times. Some guys don't want to play RSL. That always happens. Just got to see the total number of guys at the end.
So, minute to go. Still no sign of Kapanen, who has been taken. Oh wait, no, I lied. This is a
Crab.
Seattle pick. Why did I say Kapanen? Good lord,
Oh my
it's over
God.
for me. I'm losing it, boys. It's been such
Bad
a long
pick.
draft. I've been working all night at this. It's game over for me.
Hello?
Your
What's up,
goalie's
Crab?
brain's falling apart.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm dead right now.
That's why we're drafting his backup. We're taking Goose.
Taking
Alright.
Goose, the classic Crab pick. I feel like. Jeller's telling me to put down the bottle. Joke's on you, buddy. I'm not drinking out of a bottle. I'm drinking out of a can. So up yours, Jeller. No, I love you, Jeller. I hope you're doing well. Solid pick there from Crab. I feel like just maybe a friend pick. You know what I mean? I feel like they have a long history of getting Crab tends to take Goose quite a bit, whether it's in a starter or a backup role. It seems like he will most likely be in a backup role on this team, but yeah, it's
Not
good to
if you
round out your
botch
roster
it.
nonetheless. I mean, who knows? Yeah, I might suck. You know what I mean? Kiwi just asked, this Sully guy is kind of the GOAT. Is there a podcast where I can hear more of him? There is. It's called High Character. It's all about UMass hockey. I bet you nobody in the community is
The
interested in that.
official
So,
sponsor
yeah,
and podcast
the,
of the LHL.
the official LHL sponsored podcast for sure.
Before I make my pick, is there any infant merchandise on the Redbubble?
What? What?
That's a good question.
That's
I need you to look into that.
I
But
feel like we could
anyways,
probably make it happen.
yeah, let's make that happen. I'm gonna pick the BZ.
Wait, are you like implying that he's a child or an infant?
I had nothing to do with
What's
the
going on?
BZ.
I know, I'm busting your
He's
balls.
asking.
But yeah, solid pick there. DeBeezy, good backup player. You know what I mean? I think I'm personally a bit higher on him, I feel like, than a lot of people. I think he's a very solid, consistent player. Like, you know what you're gonna get with DeBeezy. He doesn't try and do too much. He understands his limits. He just makes the smart play most of the time. And I feel like when it comes to a guy, if you're drafting a backup, I feel like that's all you can ask for. You know what I mean? Like, you want a guy that you know what you're going to get out of him. He's not going to lose you the game. He might not win you the game necessarily. He's not going to dangle 5 guys and then just, walk it in. But he's going to make solid defensive plays. He's going to make the smart pass. I like DeBeezy's game personally. So I think that's a really, really good pick there. And now we have Radades, who just joined the queue. What do we
Looking
got here,
for
Ratty?
We got Nina.
Nina.
And there
Let's go.
goes Neen as a backup tendy to PK, who I think has good attendance, but again, never hurts to have a backup goalie. You never know what might happen.
And
PK's internet could just go out randomly.
hurting
You gotta
for a
always have
backup
somebody.
goalie right now.
Oh man, Leaf should pick Buddy and reunite Hesse and Dial.
Oh, that'd be a hell of a pick right there. Also, someone in the chat, Lowy just asked, who's Quinnemetzen? That's somebody who is known as Douglas usually in the community, or as Doug. So he always has a. I shouldn't say always. He sometimes will have a wacky sign-up name, and I think this one's about like an Aztec giant from like ancient Aztec mythology. Yeah, that's just Doug's game, man. He's just an interesting fellow like that. So gotta respect the naming conventions there. I think he had like a Dune reference in one of his names one time. We have a. He definitely is an eclectic book of knowledge. So
Slipping
I'm
a
gonna
little
make
far for my liking.
The statement now
BG.
is that 7th round picks will have a minute 30.
Oh, we're out here shortening up the draft. You just don't want to
Yeah.
hear any more of me, Slim. I get it. I think that's pretty. That's a
I
solid pick
cannot
there.
stomach Sully.
I don't blame you, dude. I can barely stomach myself half the time. So we have the Toronto Rush on the clock, most likely going with a backup Tendy to Cloudy, maybe. Really the only one that's popping out on the page to me is Narg here, but who knows what Lisa's gonna do?
I think you guys know what I'm gonna do.
I don't. That's why I said I
GG.
don't think I know what Lisa's gonna do.
Dude, this is like a legacy moment.
Let's hear it.
Toronto's taking DMB.
DMB.
A
Flowers.
shortened form of early LHL legend Dick McButts. Has been reincarnated as DMB for the past couple seasons. I don't think I've seen this guy play an LH or just a overall ranked pubs game in about a year and a half. I don't even know if he has the game installed on his computer, quite frankly. But
He did
he
play
was a solid player back in the day.
a couple games last season.
Did he really? Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm just blind and I don't know what I'm talking about. But these things happen. You guys wanted me on the panel, so we're gonna reap the rewards of that. DMB, big time offensive guy, and I don't even know. Speaking of guys, hello guy.
Hey, I'm gonna take an up and coming player who happens to be from the Chicago area. We're gonna go with BG.
Oh, an up and comer BG. I don't know if I've ever heard those two words in the same sentence in my life.
Not for a
But
long time.
yeah, definitely not for a long time. I think he might have been an up and comer 9 years ago, but hey, he's still kicking. He's still in the community, still doing stuff with 5 ping. And you can't teach ping, folks. This guy has really solid ping, and he's going to utilize it to the best of his ability. He gets here as a 6th-round selection, sticking at home in Chicago, and yeah, what a pick there from Guy LaFleur of the Chicago Syndicate. And now we are down to the final round, which, according to Slim, only has a minute and a half per selection. So get on your horses, folks. Get those picks in so we can wrap this draft up because everybody on this panel and the BOC is sick of this draft and we want to get it over ASAP. Joking, but kind of serious. So we'll see what the Seattle Sockeye do here with their final selection of the draft. Any insight? Any thoughts? It doesn't matter what we think because Crab's already here to make the selection. What do we got, Crab?
The next great HQM player, Chad.
He's right about that.
I'll be honest, my internet cut out. What did he say?
The
Chad.
next great HQM player, Chad.
Ah, we got Chad coming through. What a pick there. And Cap immediately sprinting to the podium.
Pumped about this one.
Let's
This
hear
is
it.
a back pick. Tim Barrett.
Tim
Oh,
Barry.
Oh man.
oops, Barity.
That's an interesting pick there. Again, I feel like classic case
Now
of I haven't
that's
seen him
good.
play in forever.
One of the
Why? Because he
goats of
retired before you found the
4v4.
game?
Is
One
that
of
what
the
happened?
goats.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him play a game ever.
That's a killer pick.
And he could be
Ribbon X.
nasty.
Who? What was that?
Ribbon X.
Oh, he took my boy.
Ribbon is going here.
That
I
would've
will
been a-
say there's some interesting selections going on here because we still see guys. I mean, I'm gonna throw it out here. I think literally last night I seen Buddy put up like 5 goals in a game.
I thought he was
So-
going right there where Tim went.
That's what I was expecting right there, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, what a pick there. We got 2 more picks to go. And yeah, Leafs is going to round out his roster here, most likely. Still never got that backup goalie unless like Shark might do it. I think I had Shark play like backup goalie for me like once last season, so maybe he's the dedicated goalie backup. Who knows? I think the only like legit backup goalie we have still here is Narg, but I think his sign up is like terrible in terms of attendance, so he might not even be considered here. Who knows? I just realized how hard I've been hard carrying this panel right now. Everybody is silent in this last pick. We have no idea what's going to happen right now. We got 2 picks to go, and we are dead silent right now. I am
If
appalled
I
right now.
am Leafs, I am picking either Buddy style or
Gouch,
Tim
maybe
Jim,
a little
maybe. But
tabernacle
time is up,
action for.
so we need Leafs to get in here. Bring
I
him
think the
in.
crazy part is that nobody has mentioned the all-time great name of this draft, the Colossus of Loads.
Patrick
Like,
Eliash.
Not a
Tony Key
single
drag
person.
Leafs in.
I mean, come on now, guys. Like Tim Jim, Pub's
Oh, I can drag him.
mainstay nobody's even mentioned that name. So
It's
Yeah, you gotta
time.
think those are probably the last 2 guys to go.
what do we got here, Leafs?
Give me Tim Jim.
And
Tim Jim
there-
goes. It's a miracle that I brought it in 3 milliseconds before Leafs joins the channel. I probably told him who to pick right before it happened. So I'm taking the credit on that one, even though I probably shouldn't. And now we are getting to the ever beloved Mr. Irrelevant. I didn't coin the
Who's go-
term.
no need to speculate on this one, guy.
Rounding out my team with the Colossus of Loads.
Dude,
Yeah, boy.
name. You knew it had to come at some point, just like the Colossus of Loads had to come at some point. And here we are. So,
What a draft.
yeah, that came as quickly as it went. It took a record-setting, I think, almost an hour on the dot because we started a couple minutes late. So I'm gonna count it as just an hour.
That was a fast one. 5 teams. That's the way to go. Just
35
get
picks in
done.
60 minutes. That's over a pick per minute, I think. Right? Is my math right there? That sounds right. So, I mean, or no, a pick? No, not every minute. Every 2 minutes? Whatever. I give up. I'm not doing math right now. It's the weekend. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We have 5 fully rounded out teams. I don't know how much longer the stream's going to go for. Do we want to do a little bit of speculation for the standings, maybe? How much we like the teams as they currently stand? Have any predictions for this season? I really like the look of Chicago personally. I think they're pretty good. I like my own team, obviously, because I'm a little biased. But
Yeah, I like
think-
those 2 teams, but the team I would put money on to win is the team with Otto on it, and it doesn't really matter who else is on it.
what a
honestly.
classic, yeah. Daring today, aren't we? Aren't we,
Yeah.
Tony? But
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter what the roster looks like. You just can't count that bastard.
I mean, I will say right off the bat, right? I mean, as
And
much
it's
as
a good
much.
too. Like, by the way, that's not actually to badmouth the roster. That's just to not comment on it at all and just say.
Well, not even
"That's
that. I mean,
enough."
I'm just saying, right? Like we were completely throwing away this draft after pick 4, right? Like we were literally thinking, all right, redraft, it's game over now. Leafs completely screwed us. We look at these teams, right? We got 5 really solid teams. You know what I mean? I feel like you can make a strong argument for any team right now winning the cup. It's all about all about how the teams perform, obviously. But if you look at every game on paper, these teams look pretty even. But we'll see how it shakes out. That's what it's all about, is how they actually perform in games. So I don't know. Slim, any thoughts? I know we've been cutting you off for most of the time here. You got any cool thoughts here?
In regards to the teams, I think it was a good turnout in terms of quality. I'm happy we got so many signups.
True. Bless up everybody who signed up. Little stick taps to you. But yeah, it sounds like I'm already seeing all of these channels filling up with people to try and get some scrims going. I think I might be in that same boat pretty darn soon. So I don't know. I feel like to get these scrims going, maybe we got to break up and not stream at this point. We should break
Yeah.
off into our individual teams and get some games going.
Yeah. Thanks everyone.
All right.
For tuning in.
Well, take care, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed the
Thank you,
stream.
Sully. Thank you, Sully, for doing such a good job carrying this.
I don't know about that. I do appreciate the
Yo
Thank you
miles.
for talking.
Yeah, I was yapping too damn much. You guys are probably sick of me by the end of this, but here we
Never.
are anyway. So have a great night, everybody, and thanks for listening in.